lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. No tide. No tide on anything in the land. This is how the tide works. Land going up and down on the Great Deep. This is the moon's not pulling on a pool, not pulling on a cup of water, nothing.
Yeah.
So I just cracked gravity and the stuff, but firmament again. So Venus, Mars, Saturn, all these different planets, they're the same as the stars. They're ethereal energy. We're in an electromagnetic Tesla-like realm. So those are like concentrated ethereal entities or whatever the fuck they are. But the planets are the same as the stars, and the stars are not suns. All of that is witchcraft programming. But they're all ethereal entities. They look like these rainbow-like energy balls in water. And the planets, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, they are known for thousands of years as the wandering stars. They do not hold their position. They wander. Therefore, they're disobedient to the Creator. Hence, our satanic scum up down here worship them, and we all know them as planets and like make statues and Greeks and everything. Blah, 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 blah. But so there's a lot of. That's why the moon's never shown a different face. It's not a rock in the sky. You can't land on it.
Yeah, you only ever see that one face of the moon. You never see
it's like
any
a
other parts of it.
plasma X-ray burn onto the field or something. I still don't even have it quite.
Yeah, I mean, if
out.
Planets rotate, then why doesn't the moon rotate?
Yeah, you would think over time, all of humans' recorded civilization, that it might have tweaked just a little bit.
Yeah, this is the tiniest of it. You know, you'd see a little bit new, but it hasn't rotated at all ever.
And they, even back in the like 1600s, they had a compass on, a telescope on like this like curved ruler, and it was called a sextant. They used to look up at the sky, but like back then, they all knew the sun and the moon are about 30 miles in diameter. They're both about, this semi-equivalent height in the sky. They're both local. You can see the sun hotspot a few clouds many times during certain summer days. And it's obvious, like, is it shooting, like, why isn't it hotspotting those clouds over there? Like, how high are the clouds?
Yeah.
You could just use, you don't need spherical trigonometry, that would help you, to figure this, but you could just use your brain and your eyes and trust it. Break your programming and be like, holy shit, that fucking thing's local.
Yeah.
Hence, you can feel it. It's just so much. Like, I'm like, really? So let's reverse engineer it. I don't care how big they tell you it is. So you can see trillions and trillions of light years.
Yeah.
So if we just lift you up high enough, you could just look at Italy, right? With your incredible trillion-mile vision. Italy should be no problem if we get you up there. Fucking impressive. So no, not so much. All that shit is witchcraft. It's programming. David Rockefeller school programming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Rockefellers for sure.
That's what they controlled all of our learning, all those textbooks.
Yeah, they've controlled everything since the Industrial Revolution.
What is that? The Horn? Remember that white Horn book in school?
Yeah.
Teach you English and literature or whatever, and language.
Yeah.
How to put words and shit like that. But yeah, everything. So that was all them. They controlled that shit. Prior to the 1850s even, they taught you the kids to read backwards, to read forward, and like all sorts of shit. And when they not just read literally this way, but in left to right and top to bottom, but bottom to top and backwards and stuff like that, it actually balances both hemispheres of the brain and advances your decision and cognitive thinking and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
So they cut that out.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. Just like the body too. Here's another one for a life hack: is if you go up hills and walk up hills backwards.
Yeah.
It strengthens all your muscles so much more. And there's a guy who runs a thing. He had like 7 knee surgeries, and he does a channel. I think it's either shoulder over knees or knees over toes, something like shoulders over toes. But he started